Hello, fellow dorks, and welcome back to Alone in the Dork. I shaved. I look like a baby. I got my baby face back. Let's get on that live stream. It looks like Morgan's already on. Yay, with Morgan. Oh, weird. It's a weird chat. Okay, hello, hello. I'll get this going here. Oh, that's okay. All right. Just checking out some things here. All right. Sadly, Lone Splunker is ill, it seems. So we've had, Mike has gone down to some illness recently, or whatever was going on with him. And oh, wait, I'm moving the wrong thing. Weird. And I definitely got hit with something. So I understand. Hi, Mike. Hi, Morgan. So it may just be the two of us, unless some random person joins in. Which random people, you are more than welcome to join. Actually, our videos are, especially the Cthulhu ones, have been getting views. So if anyone is out there, you are more than welcome to join. We are communicating over Discord, but you are more than welcome to communicate in the chat as well, and we will do our best to get to you in the chat. There's a little bit of a delay, so it's just a little bit easier for us to communicate via Discord, but you're welcome to chat along with us during this stream. This is Rangers of Shadow Deep. It is mostly a miniatures game, but it's actually served us pretty well. It's just like a fun little skirmish game. It's kind of a neat story and a neat setting, so I've been really enjoying it. And we have a very large group of adventurers here, and we are just trying to make our way. We actually made our way into the Shadow Deep. Last session, we made our way down this like really big set of stairs. And now we are in this swampland. So I couldn't get the map to do exactly what I wanted it to do, so I'll explain it here in a second. But let's see what we've got here. Let me pull up my the adventure. Here we go. Oh, that's Caranathalis. Silly me. That's the wrong one. Where's the one that I want? Oh, it's right here already. Duh. Okay. We are in the swampland. That sounds pleasant. For nearly a full day, I think I read this at the end of last scenario, but who cares? For nearly a full day, you and your companions carefully climbed down the broken stairs. That is, oh yeah, because I commented that's like the stairs like up to Shelob's lair. That's quite a set of stairs. Day eventually gives way to a murky twilight as the sun was blotted from the sky by the thick, dark clouds of the Shadow Deep. Most of your party have covered their faces to block out the ash and stink of the place. Finally, the stairway came to the end in front of a boggy pool dotted with broken ruins and a few trees. The water nearest the stairs is too deep to wade. We're going to have some swimming issues coming up, folks. But it appears to quickly become shallower further on. If you want to carry on with your mission, there is no choice but to swim through the dark waters until you reach solid ground. Still, it is not a decision you take lightly, for who knows what could be living beneath the surface of the dark water. I know, because I built it. So anyway, here's our setup. A lot of fun. There are some clue markers out there, and there's some swamp zombies. And they basically, which is kind of a fun little creature, but they're basically amphibious zombies. They can just move freely in water. So that sucks for us, because we sure don't. There are some rules. I guess we should just start with this, and we should figure out who's playing what. So it looks like right now it's just Mike, Morgan, and myself. Who do you guys want to take over? We don't have Lone Splunker, so one of us has to take over the Ranger. And as always, we need to pick the mage's spells. The Conjurer, I think, is what he's referred to in this game. So anyone got anything anyone in particular? Any direction you're leaning here, folks? Cool. The guardsman's going to have a hell of a time in this one because he's in armor. And swimming's not his thing. It looks, actually, it's kind of cute. On this map I drew, I didn't think of this when I drew it, but it looks like the little roped off lines at a lake when it's like for like the kiddie area. But you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that's deep water. All of this is, and over and on the bottom right, this is not land. There is no land here. I just couldn't remove it. So that is just water as well. We'll say this rock exists. There is this rock. Maybe I should put like some circles on it, but there's like the two rocks in front of so this is the set of stairs, what we're all currently standing on. And then it's just like a couple of rocks out in the water. And then when we hit, beyond the buoys, that is, considered shallow water. So we just move at half speed, and that's like rough terrain basically. But yeah, there is in the rules for swimming. If you look just, I'll move Fizbo over there. Look, it's just to the right of Fizbo. Wait, is it here or is it there? I feel like it's right here. Nope, I put it by treasure. I swear, I know I just read the swimming rules. Where was it at? Shooting, combat, companions, campaign, swimming. There it is. Okay, it's just to the right of him. I'll put a treasure chest on it so we can remember how to access the swimming rules, which are right. Oh, of course, it goes behind it. God dang it. Oh man, I don't know how to put it in front of it. Anyway, swimming's right over here, just to the right of the treasure chest. Okay. So what are we doing here? So Mike, you wanted to control. You've got you have the helmet person. So you're right side by side. You've got the unnamed person that we just call the mountain for the guardsman, and we got Velos, which has been your character, the archer. Who are you feeling there, Morgan? Fizzbone Farmer, all right. All right, so you got Fizbo. Yeah, Darius has been kind of my jam, the rogue. I'll put him over here. And I guess I've also got the big cheese too. So I still have I'm just kind of putting like just side by side like who has who. So Mike's on the right. I've got Darius. I've got Argus, the ranger, like the team leader. Um and you so you're taking Fizbo, Faramir, and Duncan then, right, Morgan? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna have some trouble too. So let's go over the swimming rules, because they can be real bad real fast for us. Swimming, when a figure activates, so when they activate in deep water. So I guess on your turn you're fine. Like, so just jumping into the water, we're okay. It's that next turn that's the bit of the doozy. When they activate in water, they need to make a roll. Target number of 5. That's not too bad. Applying the following modifiers. If you are in light armor, so it's a target number of 7. Heavy armor, it's a target of 10, so it's basically a 50-50 chance. I guess it's 55-45. Shield is -1, and then treasure is -2. If you fail it, you take damage equal to the amount by which you failed. So ignoring the armor. So it could get pretty bad pretty quick. So if you rolled a 10 and you had the target of... actually, if you rolled a 10, you'd be fine. So if you rolled a 1, you would take 4 points of damage because the target number was 5. Which, again, when you don't have that much... our hit point max... the most hit points we have is like 13 or something. So 18, I guess. But for our companions, it's 13. So it can add up pretty quick. How fast do you move while swimming? I thought that was going to be here, and it's not. Crap. I'll look that up real quick. Beyond that, we do need to all make rolls. And while I'm looking up the swimming, let's get into some of these rolls and what exactly is going on here in the... oh gosh darn it! I keep covering up the... there's doink. The rule book. I should pull you up here. Get up here. Rule book. Okay. There are... So since we have descended down into the Shadow Deep proper, before the scenario, each figure, has to make either a will roll of 10 or a survival roll of 10, or they suffer 2 points of damage due to breathing in all these foul Mordoric fumes. So does everyone just want to start getting rolling on that while I'm trying to find out some swimming rules here? So for your characters that you control, roll either a survival or a will, and see what they, and you want it to be a 10 or above. So that's a pretty tough ask right there, right at the start. We do have a little bit of survival, and I don't know how much willpower our party has. It's a stat we rarely know. And just I see somebody has rolled a 4, off to a great start. And just let me know. I'm just looking, yeah, that sounds great. I'm looking, yeah. We've got a 6 already. And yeah, just keep track of all that. I am going to try to find swimming rules here. Swimming, here we go. Activates in deep water. Blah. I just want to see how far we move. For example, Oh, it looks like you just take no actions. If you fail, maybe that is actually written on there and I didn't see it. But yeah, if you fail the roll, you just take damage, and I don't think you can do anything. You're just like drowning, basically. If a figure succeeds on its roll, it takes its activation as normal. Deep water is as considered as rough, so you're just like moving at half speed, basically. Okay, so it's basically half speed, and if you fail that roll, not only do you take damage, um, we're turning on a 5. So not only does he not receive actions this turn, so you're basically just drowning in play, which makes sense. So that sounds bad. Okay, let's. Is it this right here? Where were we at here? 10. They're both 10s. Boo! All right, now I need to make mine. I'm trying to find the. Now I'm just trying to find the. Find the stupid adventure again. I did make a note in my head and then immediately forgot it of what page it was on. Oh, just saw it. There we go. Okay. So you guys all didn't sound like you did too well there. Okay. So, Faramir, did he fail? Oh, okay. So just Faramir. All right. So he failed. So he's down to 2. And Mike, both of yours failed? Gross. Okay. And then this was yuck, off to a bad start. Okay, and I still need to roll for my 2. So I have Darius and Darius and Argus. So Argus has a will of 4, which is pretty good, and I want a target of 10. So I just need to roll a 6 or above. Oh, I'm sorry if I kill your character, Spelunker. Off to a great start. Dude, it's going to be a rough night. Okay. And then the only other one is Darius, who probably doesn't have a, no, he doesn't have, he's a rogue. Of course he doesn't have a good will. And what was the other one? Athletics? What was it? Survival. He doesn't have survival. So I need to roll a 9 or above for this. Oh, gross. All right, here we go. Oh, yay, Darius. Okay. So just Argus. Okay. So he lost 2. Okay, and so the mission. It's basically kill things and get off the map. We're trying to get off we get more points for getting off the northern side of the map. Let me pull the book back up here and read this to you. Okay, and obviously all this stuff is in Owlbear. You can read it. It's all kind of posted all over the place. Whenever a hero moves into contact with a clue marker, there are 3 of them. Its action ends immediately, and it rolls on the clue marker table. So we don't spend an action to get the clues, which is nice. Because moving's going to be a little tricky in this one. Only can be taken once. We roll, blah. A maximum of 10 turns. I already set up everything. We got a couple of flies way up in the northeast and northwest. So the range people will be picking them off soon. Unless you're in deep water, you sure can't shoot from there. Assuming the rangers survive, blah, blah, blah. So for every zombie or fly killed, we get experience. Again, the ranger's the only one who gets these things. For every null killed, they can show up. Strange flowers, blah, 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 blah. Nothing that we're really in control of in regard. A lot of these are like clue things, but for 3 experience for each hero that exits the table. And 3's not a whole bunch. So we may just have some people just stuck on the dock if they're too scared to go swimming. But that's for us to find out what's going to happen here. So, anyone feeling lucky? But we are first, the Big Cheese, and then the rest of it, and 2 more companions go. The skulls are the zombies, and they do move at, what is their speed? They move at 4, so they're pretty slow, but again, they're not hampered by the water. They're amphibious zombies, so they're kind of like Swamp Thing undeads. Which is kind of terrifying. Creature from the Black Lagoon, except he's undead on top of everything else. Yeah, what are we? Oh, actually, we can shoot them, I guess. I think they're all in line of sight for our range. What spells do we want to give to the Conjurer? So the Magic Missile one would be pretty good in this one. Teleport would be really good in this one. And Fireball. Those are always kind of like the 3 we're always choosing. We got to get 2 of those 3. Any of those sounding good, guys? Yes. the magic missile one or whatever it's called. Yeah, it just targets one, but it's not an automatic hit. You still have to roll for it, but it's a pretty high chance of success. Yeah, teleport's good. And I do have the idea. So there are these rocks. There's this rock. Let's say I'm going to highlight it here in a second, right here. This I'm going to say that rock is there. There is a rock here, and there is a rock here. So like our armed people, they can make some kind of like armored people, I should say, can make some kind of check to like jump onto the rock and then like jump off of the rock and into closer to the shallower water. Let's just say one person at a time can stand on those. It'll just kind of give us some fun little leapfrog frogger terrain to goof around on. Kill things and exit the northern end if we can get to it and get clues. That's it. We do not. The problem is with our melee people, they're going to just be stuck on this stupid dock if they don't move, which is going to be annoying because everyone north of them is going to be getting attacked for the most part, I think. Obviously, monsters will be, randomly populating the map, and who knows where they're going to appear. But yeah, I mean, it's only three. We only get 3 experience if they exit the northern side of the map, so it's not the biggest thing, honestly. So just survive. Typical survive, 10 rounds. It'll still hit them. No, fireball won't be moved. It'll still hit them. I'm going to say that even though they're aquatic zombies, their heads will be above water. I don't even know if there are rules for like they're underwater and you need to. I don't think the game's that. Hopefully not that intense. Because no, we can you can still hit them. You can still get a beat on them with fireball. So fireball and teleport. All right, we got it. So let's get started. Our ranger and 2 companions need to go. It makes sense that we all have access to 1 ranged character each, so they may as well go. Who wants to get this party started? We have Faramir, we have Argus, the ranger, and then we have Velos, the archer. Me? All right. All right. Here goes Argos. I'm just seeing what he does here because I've never played him, but oh, he's really slow. That's right. His shoot is a 3. All right, here we go. Let's start with the one closest to us. We all have range, right? We all 24, I think, is our range. I think all of them are. And I randomly like figured out where they went, and that's just where they ended. So, all right, I'm going to just crack the one closest to us. How does this work? I roll a 1d20, and I'm adding a 3 to this. 14, that may hit. It's a freaking zombie. A 14 will do damage. It has an armor of 12, which is pretty good. But I need to roll for it. So I got a 14. God dang it. God dang it. So thunk, it just kind of just like sinks deep into its like really gross. Whenever I think of these like wet zombie things, I think of RoboCop when the guy gets hit by the sludge. It's like, "Whoa," and when that gets like splattered on the car. No, that's a deep cut moment. People may not remember that moment. Anyway, I failed. So sorry, Lone Spelunker. Who's next? We got let's just go Faramir. I'm just going from left to right now. Jesus. Yeah, it was on an 18, but it sure ended on a 2. Just a boop, just hits the water right in front of the encroaching zombies. They'll be on us soon. Actually, the zombies will be on us soon, so they'll probably crawl their way right up here. So maybe the melee people will have something to do. And then, all right, it's time for you, Velos. Have you got anything? That is a 4. Wow. This is really bad. Okay, that was a terrible round for us. They are going to move 6 because their movement is 4, and they spend their action to move half their movement. So we will need the melee people here really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are steps. It's not like super high, so like they're able to climb right on up there. So It looks like he's in the water. There is sadly a bit of space in between. You'd have to like jump in the water. It looks like to get up next to him. There's 6. Just moving them here. This jerk face right here, and they're also again they've got giant flies coming too. So that's always fun. Yeah. All right. Well, that was round 1, and we do have events, obviously. Boom. Okay. Oh, the giant flies, of course. What was there? They move. They're gonna move 9, so they are moving real fast. These were our friends last time. He's gonna go to right here. I just put my feet. Oh no! What did I do? What have I done? I reloaded my page on accident. God dang it. Let's try that again. Okay, I remember where he was. He was going just southeast of that rock. Come here, buddy. Bzzz. And then this jerk face is going here. All right, what are you guys doing now? That's the question. What are you guys doing now? It's basically all the melee people's turn. Fireball, are they? I think it's 2 inches of each other. It's not a huge radius. Let's see. Fireball is... Do they call it fireball in this game? Burning light, burning... Fireball, yeah, it is fireball. 2 inches of a point. 2 inches of a point. No, they're not. They're not within it. It only hit 1. All right, it's our turn now. Duncan's going to jump in the water. Well, you can't. Well, once you're in deep water... Actually, I think you can attack with a -2. Let's double check that. Because you are like plunging. It's deep here. It's shallow on the northern side of the line. Yeah. Sorry if I'm sorry. I may not have specified that. It's shallow north of that line. It's really deep here. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. What was I looking for? Takes damage. Okay. I know. And jump on the rocks, yeah. I'd say you can jump on the rocks. They're there, yeah. I think jumping is like acrobatics and movement and stuff. Let me find that. That's it's not too hard to go that far, I say, but also we're rolling, so I hope jumping's on here. Yeah. I'm going to just say I can't... Movement, here we go. Jumping. You can jump half their movement plus 1. So half their movement plus 1, which with a 5... Ooh, plus 5 if the jump begins or ends on rough ground. I'm going to say it does because you're jumping off of like these rickety stairs and you're landing on a slippery rock. So we'll just call it a 10. An acrobatics 10, or you fall into the water off the rock. Which is fun and terrifying. Oh, you're going for it. Oh my gosh. Duncan's just like, okay, I'll do it. Okay, good job, Morgan. But which rock were you going for? I'll let you move. I don't know why I got it. Right here? Do you know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of Game of Thrones when they're all like on that little island and all the whites are surrounding them. Before the show just really went off the rails in regards to quality. Actually, that's where the quality really started to go off the rails for me, because for a show that opens with a map of how big the world is, and then all of a sudden, you know, the Gendry runs all the way back to the wall. Daenerys gets notified at Dragonstone, I think she was, and then flies all the way up by the end of the episode or whatever. Pissed me off. I still haven't gotten over it. Could have been the greatest television show of all time. Okay, I digress. And still the last show, correct me if I'm wrong, where people all got together like, ooh, it's Sunday night, Game of Thrones is on. Have we had something like that since? Stranger Things maybe, but that drops like all at once. Yeah, I know. It took so long for the last season, I haven't even watched it. Oh well. Okay, what do we got here? So that is Duncan. That was your move. You can still, like, I don't know what the hell you do. You're probably just going to hold your ground because they're going to swarm you in a second. Okay. No, yeah, Fizbo's probably pretty... Again, Fizbo can just teleport somewhere. Mike, how you feeling there? The mountain. All right, 10 or above. Here we go. Whoa, what happened? No, did you click off the page? You want a 10. It's an acrobatics 10. I'm quite sure he has no acrobatics skill. No. What do we got? Dude! Well done, you guys. So like the archers aren't showing up. I don't know why you move your own self. I'm getting excited moving you guys. So yeah, you can land there. Oh, okay. And then I guess you could go there and attack. It is close enough. So go ahead and get the mountain that rides the rock. First attack. It's not the first attack of the game. The first melee attack of the game. And you have a pretty big bonus. So let's see what you got here. Oh, Jesus. It's not going to... Oh, actually, I was about to say, well, that doesn't hit. But it is now... Since you're in melee with it, it does get a chance to attack. I am going to roll some dice and see how it does. A plus for what? Yeah, it wasn't enough. Yeah. He didn't. Yeah, he did not get high enough. So, and then nonetheless, he's just trying like to, keep his footing and on this like really slippery rock and all this armor, and is just kind of like swinging down at this zombie who's just kind of like all gross getting out of the water, but nothing. Alas, the rest of us still can go. Darius can throw a dagger. I may as well do that. Should I just keep the one to our... Ooh, that's right. He can't do it at the one that's engaged because they're engaged in combat. I can throw it at the one closest to Duncan, or I can throw it at the one that is nearing climbing up and attacking Fizbo and Faramir. Any requests? Should I go for that one? We'll say he's going to climb up. He'll just climb up the steps. Okay, so let's... all right, so Darius will throw a dagger at that guy. Come on, Darius. Yeah. There we go. 16. He's actually not... He does one less damage. Maybe two less. No, I think it's just two... I think it's just one less melee attack because of his injury. But but I did... I have a shoot of 1. So 17 minus... Its armor was 12. 5 points of damage. It's down to 1. Actually, it's down to 2 because of that negative. So that's still not too bad. It just kind of just like sinks into its neck, and it's just protruding from its neck. And Dar's like, I want that back. All right, there it is. And all right, that's something. Who else did we have? I guess he's down to 2 actually because I forgot to subtract for his damage. Faramir, I guess Faramir didn't know because Faramir took the shot, but Fizbo, who has not done anything, could move. Fizbo hasn't done anything this turn, so they could just kind of move out of the way. Faramir will be the one who's attacked, which we actually don't want. Oh, Faramir's going to get the drop on him first, but anyway, you can go ahead and move Fizbo if you want. And I think that's all of us, and then we're going to do an event and then move on to the next round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jeez. Mike, roll a 1d12. And that is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Place a swamp zombie in a randomly determined corner of the table. Roll a 1d4, and a 1 is northwest, and we will just go clockwise. Just copy this guy and put him wherever he goes. Copy, paste. Did you roll one, Mike? I didn't see it. A 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's swimming down here. All right, so we got more friends down here. All right, and that was round 1. And this, again, this is water where I placed this one. Okay, back now we're at round 2. We've got our 3 of us can go. We've got our ranged people who can crack. 2 of them are available to hit right now, and I know. And then the one that's fighting the mountain cannot be engaged with a missile weapon, a ranged weapon. Only the mountain can hit that. So who wants to crack the first shot? You want Faramir to point blank this guy here? All right, Faramir, let's see what you got. 7, 8. That's not gonna be enough. So yeah, maybe it's, I don't know how the hell you missed that shot. It's a freaking zombie, and I'm assuming it's fairly slow, but maybe you're a little freaked out. It would make sense. Yeah, I was about to say the toxic fumes. Maybe eyes are watering, maybe. So Faramir misses a shot. Faramir can move, or they could just kind of stand there to engage the zombie, which will be on them this turn currently. Do we want... I guess we should crack a shot at this one before it engages Duncan, yeah? Do you want Argos to go and then see how that turns out after Argos? Argos has to go, so we may as well let Argos take that shot. Okay, so I have a +3 to this. I do have deadly... I have these, like, sniper-like abilities, but I'll hold on to it. Okay, so here we go. I have a +3. Come on. Jesus. It's not enough. It's not enough to do any damage, even if they failed their roll. And then we've got we have got yep. Do you want to do Velos? Yep. So Velo or the mountain. Velos or the mountain. Either one of them are valid. Smart. I didn't think of that. Okay. Jesus. Wow. We are maybe we are, let's just say we actually are hitting this guy, and he's just like so waterlogged and bogged down with like scum and all this other stuff. We're just not sinking our arrows deep enough into him. Darius, on the other hand, who threw a dagger at him, was able to sink far enough. That sucked. Okay. We have quite a few things being engaged at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That the one on the east is not in, would engage Argos. Unfortunately, is now physically engaged by that one, but not. They're not fighting because they engage with the one who has the least hit points. I'm just moving. Faramir is engaged. There'll be a fight on Faramir, a fight on Duncan, a fight with the mountain, and then we still got these stupid bees who are moving 9. I'm just seeing how far they're getting, which is going to be pretty... Oh, Jesus. All right. Yeah, you may be getting both bees, actually. But they are not... they will be adding bonuses, but not this turn. The bees go last. So we really got to help Duncan out. But, yeah, have a good time there, Duncan. Okay. All right. Faramir. Let's deal with you first. Yes. Yeah, there are rules about switching out weapons, but honestly, I don't care. So sure. I mean, let's call it a free action. Yeah, but I don't really remember the rule, and I don't feel like looking it up. So let's just say it's like D&D free action rules. Like you see this zombie coming, you drop your bow and you pull out your sheathed sword to defend yourself. Like that's what I do. So yeah, yeah. It's not like, well, I rolled a 4 if it makes you feel any better for the monster. So you may be able to take him out right now. With that 19, you did. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit easier. Again, it just had a really thick, scummy like hide on it, and the sword and the dagger penetrated it. Okay. Good job, Faramir. We now have Duncan. Same thing. He does not get these bonuses because the bees arrived after. Actually, I could go on bees. The flies arrived after the undead. So I rolled a 1. So Duncan can do some damage here if you roll well. Not bad. 14. What's your bonus? A 17. A 17 minus 12 is 5. It is down to 1. Good job, Dunks. Okay, and then it's going to be much harder for Duncan here shortly, though. And then we have, let's see, Mountain. What do you got, Mountain? Ooh, 18. What is that? 18 versus. That is a kill with an 18 because that is 18 minus 12. So you did 6 points of damage. That is a kill for the Mountain, who is on his rock. King of the hill over there, Mountain. Enjoy. Mountain on the rock. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, maybe you could like just start slowly sinking. Are you adjacent to help your friend if you're just slowly drowning next to them? I don't know. I mean, it is the Mountain, so he could just be sinking and just grabbing one of the zombies and pulling them down with him. I mean, that, I guess, because it's just engaged. I guess if you get, it is adjacent and engaged. I think you could just jump in the water. You could succeed on your check. But yeah, Duncan's going to need the help. And that rock, only one person could be on that rock. Darius could swim over. I'm assuming you're doing it? Okay. And we don't need to worry about it we don't need to worry about it till next round to see how well your swimming check is, but you are adjacent to give, because Duncan is going to need the help, because they are going to be dunking him in the water, that's for sure. That is that round. Okay, so that was all the baddies, and now it is actually Darius's turn, Fizbo's turn, which a fireball, I think a fireball would work right now. Because it'd go over their heads, and it'd do, if you shoot, you know what I'm saying? If you center it north of them, then it would hit all 3 of them and not, yeah, exactly. I think that's not a bad idea. Do you want to use that fireball? All right. Let's see what you got here. So, do you want to roll it separately? It is that's kind of up to you, but let's say, give me a second. What is the damage? It's like a shooting plus 3? A fireball. Here we go. Yeah, a plus 3 shooting attack. So, but it's up to you. Do you want to just roll 1 and just see how well it does? Or do you want to roll 3 of them? Yeah, so it's basically just a plus 3 to an attack, but it's going to hit all of them. The question is, do you want to roll it once or multiple times? Oh, okay, you'll take that 20. That is 23 points of damage. I don't think there's anything they could do about that. That is annihilation of all of them. Well done, Fizbo. I'm saying this as the Mountain is drowning. Okay, well, good use of a fireball. The Mountain's thankfully under the water, and I'm sure Duncan like puts up his shield to protect himself. But okay, yay. The Mountain still may drown to death. Who else did we have? We have Darius, who I guess could try to shiv. Here's the scary thing with Darius, because since he's in melee with this thing, he could be injured. You know how like you can get hurt when you attack? I don't know if we want Darius to attack this guy. It may be, well, he'd have but he would have a plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, maybe Darius will run over here to help out. No one's on the grid in this area properly. That's kind of my fault. I just kind of put him in the wrong area, so that's better. Yeah, let's have Darius go. So he's just grabbing his little dagger, his little stabby. He does like -2 damage, but he has a plus 4 plus maybe a plus 5 with his 5. Yeah, he has a plus 5 to his attack. I think that's probably worth it. Come on, Darius. Plus 5. Uh-oh. Darius dies a lot, though. That's kind of Darius's thing. Oh, jeez. 18. What is their bonus to attack? I think Darius may be down already. 18 minus... Yeah, Darius... Yeah. Wait, well, maybe... Darius has more health now. His health is he is like the one character that did not get improved health. 10, 18 minus 10. Okay, he's down to 2, which is kind of typical for him. All right, it can't all go well. Okay, and I think that's that round. And now we need to Morgan, roll a 1d12. That is true. I totally forgot that. And that's smart. He can heal. Yeah, since Argos is not hitting anyone. Place a giant fly at the base of the stairwell. Oh, we got a giant fly down here. Okay. So give some of our melee people something to do. Bzzz. All right. At the base of the stairwell, giant fly. I'm just going to shove him right here. Next round, round 3. Who wants to go? All right, Faramir's attack on the fly. Let's see what you got. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're on the stairs. Don't worry about the movement in this area necessarily. Jeez, there's another 20 for Morgan. Dead fly. Good. Okay, Faramir. Well done. Argus has to go. Is there anything worth shooting for him? I think everything's off the map except for... Oh, duh. Heal Darius. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Morgan, for keeping me on track. Darius gets an extra 5. Thank you, Morgan. I got excited again. Thank you for keeping me on point. And then we can have one more of us go before the baddie goes. What do we want to do? Oh, he will attack. Actually, we may want Darius to go because Darius can get out of that combat. Because currently, the baddie is attacking Darius. If Darius leaves, the baddie will attack Argus. Which, how do we feel about that? Yeah. Mike, are you okay with are you okay with Velos being attacked, targeted? All right. Darius scurries away. Darius could actually jump into the water. He's got like a great acrobatics. He can probably make it onto that rock and maybe like help his drowning companions. Maybe I'll have him do that. That's kind of fun. He does have an acrobatics check. Watch him end up drowning, which would be kind of funny. Plus 3 acrobatics. What I say, it's a 10. I'm going to fail this. Watch. Wow, I just got it. Yay, boink. Okay. And that is the baddie. It is attacking Velos. We'll say Velos again, drops his bow, pulls out his sword. You see this happening. And let's see what you got there, Velos. I don't know what your fight skill is, but let's see what it is. How you do. You have a fight skill of 2? That's not bad. Oh, when you roll 5, it's bad. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not too bad. 11. What is my fight? 0. So I rolled an 11. What's your armor? Nothing. Great. Okay, so you guys are engaged in combat, and now Fizbo, Duncan, and yeah, Fizbo can make an attack. He has a staff. He does -1 damage, but his opponent also does -1 attack because the staff kind of keeps him at bay a little bit. Oh, you're going for it with Fizbo? Oh, here we go. I do get a -1 to this because it's a staff, but I rolled a 20. So Fizbo's probably dead. I think. Oh, Fizbo's got a good bit of health, though. AC of 10 for Fizz. And it's -1, so I did... Yeah. 9 points of damage to old Fizzy. Okay. Still not great, but... Alright. Fizbo can heal, though. Fizbo has... Wait. Teleport and Fireball. No, he can't. He sure can teleport out of there, though. It's his turn now, so... Oh, no, he attacked. Shoot. And now he is going to be the target of the baddie, unless... Well, we got to deal with Duncan and the Mountain, who are currently drowning over there. Excuse me? Yeah, I know. I don't know if they can or not. I guess they could jump back. It'd be just as hard, but from the rock, just to jump back to the steps. It looks like we're just kind of holding up on these steps currently. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, go for it, Duncan, if you want. I mean, if you fail, you're just drowning. Man. Okay. And so you can jump. It was like half your movement plus one. So let's see actually how far you could have jumped. Give me 1 second to pull up my little handy dandy ruler. But you were here? What's your movement? You moved pretty. I think you could have gotten there, couldn't you have? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and crack a shot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so Duncan just leaves the mountain behind. We got to roll for that in a second. And Duncan, Jesus. Okay. And there's nothing I could do about that. You do +5 damage, so that is another kill for Morgan. By far her best game I've ever played with her. Dead. Okay, Mike, let's see how the mountain's doing. Let's just roll a dice, and if it's really low, we know it's bad. If it's really high, we know it's good. And then if it's in the middle, we'll do all the math. But let's see how this initial die goes. That's, God dang it, Mike. That's like right in the middle. Okay. Let's look back at the swimming thing. Are you heavily armored? And do you have a shield? You're a guardsman. You're light armored. Oh, good. You're light armored. Okay. So that's a -2. So we want a 5. So we wanted a 7 because of the light armor. Do you have a shield? You do not. So you just needed a 7, and you got it. You got a 9. Fantastic. So you can either swim back to pull yourself up on the rock, or you can swim and pull yourself back up to the steps. Back on the rock? All right. And again, if you wanted, because we have all those clues north, you could jump off the rock, and that would be just a 5 because you're not landing on anything. You're just trying to land in shallower water. So that would just be a 5 to jump north from that rock on your next turn. Actually, you could do that now if you wanted because all you did was succeed at the check that you weren't drowning. So now you still have your action. So you can jump. Now you need to make acrobatics of 5. Half your movement plus 1. Great. Then we'd roll the clue if you make the roll. If not, you slip off the rock and start drowning. You made it. I was kind of hoping you fell. Okay. Go ahead and move yourself on the clue, and then but it's funny until he dies. Then we feel really bad. We don't have a dog in the party now, so I don't really care if anyone lives or dies. The clue. Your turn ends. And, oh, shoot. Did I not put the clues on here? Shoot. I thought I did. I'm just searching around this thing. I guess I didn't. I will just pull up the sheet. Mike, roll a 1d20. A 7. Strange flowers. We get experience for this. You have found some strange purple flowers of a type you don't recognize. After the scenario, one of us makes a survival roll. Let's just remember we have some flowers. All right. And then that will move us on to 4. Mike, it's your turn. Roll a 1d10, please. A 2. We have randomly choose one hero that is in deep water. I mean, I guess it's Darius. Yeah, I know. So let's see what happens here. Place a swamp zombie in combat with that figure. Okay, that makes sense. Like a zombie emerges from like underneath this rock by Darius's feet. That's fine. I'm good with that. Gives us something to do. Because there's honestly, we've killed everything. Which every scenario starts really scary, and then we eventually start doing well, especially when we roll 20s. 3 20s tonight, Morgan? Is that where you are? All right. Okay. Yeah, that's true. You did start pretty bad. Back to our ranger. It is engaged. I believe it said it did. I believe it said it engaged in combat with him. So we cannot use ranged on him. Is that correct? Place a zombie in combat with that figure. So they are engaged. So we cannot use ranged on them, which sucks. And they're, oof, that's kind of tricky. Maybe Darius should go, and I don't think there's like a disengage action. Problem is you can't land on this rock with Darius. Darius is on the rock that has no room on it. I know. Honestly, I don't remember the engagement rules. Like, can you disengage? Like, just for your turn? Um, I'll try to look it up real quick. I am on page 77. Please remind me of that because I'm going to forget it. 3, 2, 1. I forgot what page I'm on. Engaged? Thank you. I'm just trying to look up real quick. I feel like once you're stuck in combat, you're stuck in combat, and you have to deal with it. But let's see if there's swimming here. Although blah 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 blah. To resolve a fight, blah. Whenever a figure is in combat with an enemy, it may spend one of its actions to fight. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say they have to. Let's just say he disengages. I'm fine. I don't feel like, and I'm remembered 77. Just because I don't care enough to like, yeah, he's just gonna run away. Bye. And so I'm gonna make an acrobatics, half his movement. So this one's going to be a 6 because he's jumping a little bit further than half his movement plus 1. So it will be a little bit difficult, more of a difficult jump, but he does have a plus 3. So I just need to roll a 4 or above. It's going to be funny if I fail this. 13. Nope. Boink. And we'll just say that was his turn. His main action was disengaging and then he jumped. And this is considered, Mike, this is considered half movement up here. This is like rough terrain, basically, because you're just sloshing through the mud. So now that dude's all by himself. Now we can have our ranged attackers just shoot him in the face. So we have Argus, who has to go. So we may as well just let him go. I don't think I've landed a shot yet. 14, that would do damage if... Oh, I did damage. I did 2 points of damage. Go, Argus is doing something. We still have one more person who can go. We have Faramir or Velos. Who we feeling? Morgan does have the hot hand currently. Not with Faramir. You do when you... Well, melee. That's true. With melee, you had the hot hand. All right, let's see what you got. There it is. That's a dirty 20, and that will be enough to kill it. Oh, I could roll a 20. That's the only way this could be negated. Yeah, that didn't happen. Dead. Everything is dead. Okay, that's the map. Do we want anyone to move yet? I mean, the cool thing is once we get one of these other clues, because we're about halfway through this mission, the Fizbo can just wait till the very last round and then just teleport on one of them. But it looks like we have the Mountain of Darius. We'll probably get to them anyway. But is there anything else or like just a better positioning we want to move anyone in? Yeah. Has the Mountain gone this turn? I don't think he did. He didn't. He did. That was last turn. Mountain hasn't moved yet. He can move. He moves half speed. Because we were just dealing with those zombies down there that emerged. Then you move like a quarter of your speed, yeah. We'll say rounding up where you at least get 1 point of movement out of that. Okay, that's adjacent. On his next turn, I'll be there. And something's probably going to pop up right now. Because Morgan needs to roll D10. And that'll put us around 5. Oh, yeah, we want to get points for getting off the map, but kind of who cares by this point? Because, again, it's only 3 points. It only goes to the Ranger. And I don't think Lone Spelunker's really been keeping track of his experience super well. So 3 points isn't the biggest thing in the world. Yeah, and that was a 7, correct? Copy, paste. All right, a 7. Sinkhole. Randomly select a hero. We have 7 of them. Morgan, roll a 1d8. And then I'm just going to go from left to right in the little, starting from Argus and just from left to right through our characters on the bottom of the page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man at Arms is Duncan. What happens to Duncan? Shoot. Duncan, you... Sinkhole, that's right. This figure has stepped in a sinkhole or becomes tangled in some underwater vines if in deep water. Whenever this figure next activates, it must make a strength roll of 12 or be unable to move. Figure gets a +2 roll for each friendly figure within 1 inch. Okay, but not in combat. That's helping. So whenever you try to move, Duncan, you're up on the ground, right? Maybe your foot's just stuck in some rocks. Like your foot like slips in like in this like some rocks, something like that, or the steps are collapsing or something like that into water, and your leg gets stuck. All right, worst things have happened. Oh, but this round we may as well just gather around you and pull you out because there's honestly nothing else to do unless some of our characters want to jump on these rocks. But yeah, it looks like Darius 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is making his way closer to a clue, and the mountain will get a clue. But we may as well pull Duncan out of this sinkhole, right? Yeah. Well, how many people are we just gathering around Duncan? I guess we can only get 4 people around, 3 around Duncan, just where he's located. So Faramir can get there, or Velos can get next to him. And then Duncan, you needed was it strength? Is that what it was? It was a strength of 12 and a +2 for each friendly figure. Is that a 1? Man, there you go. Back to normal. Status quo is maintained. But let's get some clues. Mountain, you're going to get one. So why don't we I'll have you roll next round. Well, you're controlling the mountain. Let's Mike, go ahead and roll a 1d20. And then we'll have Morgan roll the next one because we'll get it next round. 11, a corpse. You find the corpse of a Laurenthian soldier. The soldier is wearing a silver signet ring, which you take with you. So the mountain's looting a body, like you do. Duncan's still stuck. We're on to round 6. It's so funny how, like, it makes sense where, like, because the map is populated, but, like, this game, like, the first round always takes, like, 20 minutes, and then after that, it's, like, 5-minute rounds. Because we do, with the exception of navigation, we're pretty well suited. That's hysterical that I just said it, because I literally looked. At the end of the scenario, we make a navigation check, which is the one skill our party does not possess. Okay. Mike, roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll a 1d8. 7. So we'll just call that the second to last. The Red Jack. Randomly select a hero. That figure suffers some form of infection. It must immediately make a health roll 16, or they're diseased for the rest of this scenario and the next one. Disease. That doesn't sound good. What does that do? I'm sure I know it's on here somewhere. Mike, roll a 1d8 to see which character we're talking about. And I want to find diseased. A 2. Is that? I thought that was poisoned. I think diseased is something else. Is it really not on here? Oh, here we go. Diseased. Figure suffers -3 health and -1 to all rolls. We don't want that. And this is the guardsman, I believe, who's the left tracker. Excuse me, the tracker, which is Faramir. That's Faramir. So Faramir, you need to roll. What did I say? Just a 16. There was no associated skill with it. I guess not. Will or health, or maybe it was health. A 20. Wow, that is 4 20s tonight, Morgan. Yeah, juiced. Okay, on to the next round. This is round 7. Just 3 more to go after this. I know. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, Cthulhu is going to get you tomorrow. Okay, let's try to get Duncan out of this stupid thing. It was a strength test for Duncan with a +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's really nothing. Jesus, Duncan's still stuck. The ranger has to go. There's really nothing for the ranger to do. There's nothing for him to do. He's going to sit there and watch Darius get this clue. Morgan, why don't you roll the mountain got on that clue, right, Mike? You just didn't move him? Okay. Morgan, go ahead and roll a 1d20 to see what this last clue is. 17. Nice. A bone blade. Here we go. Ooh, Ooh, oh, it's not Duncan. Shoot, Duncan's good at this. Buried in the mud, you find a strange sword that appears to be made of bone. Make an armory roll. That is actually Duncan's skill because he's the man at arms. He knows the armory. But we need to make an armory. Morgan, this is you. I'm quite sure this is Darius, who does not have an armory roll. But we want you to roll a 6 or above. Yep. Please roll a 6 or above. 17. Fantastic. You did not discard it. This is Darius. It makes sense. He's got a keen eye for this stuff. If successful, you feel a slight magical tingle about the blade and decide to keep it. Otherwise, you discard it as junk. The bone blade does not count as magic, but anyone wielding it receives a +1 fight when fighting skeletons or zombies. That's pretty cool. I'm going to screenshot that. And we should give that to, obviously, one of our melee peeps. Maybe Duncan, actually. Because Duncan usually is on the front line a lot of these times. Or the mountain, I guess. But the mountain does a two-handed weapon and has the magical elemental blade. Okay. Did we get did we get like a magical sword? I feel like we did, and I didn't give him that. I think you're right. Duncan did get some kind of I should watch last session, but yeah, I think. Oh, we got an elemental blade. We got an elemental regular weapon, like the same thing that. So whenever you hit, you can choose to use one of its 3 charges to do an extra 5 points of damage. You're 100% correct. Yeah, well remembered. I forgot about that. So yeah, Duncan has a pseudo-magical elemental magic weapon as well. Honestly, there's not much more for us to do. If anyone feels like moving, go for it. But we're just moving on. We're going to do an event and move on to round 8. Because there's nothing to fight. Oh, Duncan can try to get out. Wait, we tried. Duncan's still stuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoever's turn it is, I think it's Mike's. Roll a 1d6. 6, the queen. This is frenzy. Something in the air causes all evil models on the table to go berserk. For the next turn, they all gain +2 fight. That's good timing because there's not a thing to fight on the table right now. Fantastic. As usual, I guess we could all, well, we'll probably drown. We could all like make a run for the northern border but we were going to move so slow we'll never make it. We could have Fizbo teleport at the end and just hop over there. Anyone want to move? I know. I feel like, we can try to get Duncan out next round. We're on round 8. Duncan, want to make your roll? All right. This is where you're just failing tonight. There you go. Duncan's free. If no one wants to move, we may as well just roll an event. Morgan, that's you. Roll a 1d6. Or if somebody wants to move, speak now or speak in a second. I'm not going to. Okay. Yeah, but roll. It's per character who gets off the map. It's just 3 points per character who gets off the map. It's really no huge deal. Just with the possibility of just a couple of bad rolls, we'll die. Like, we'll sink. Yeah, we'll go ahead and roll a 1d6, Morgan. But let's see. Well, now it's the point. Okay, we could get some nulls. Heavy rain, so -2 to our. We've gotten this one before, basically -2 to our ranged attacks, which with the way we're shooting right now, we're already missing. When it comes down to it, there is only. No, okay. We can get a zombie in a random corner of the table, and then 2 null archers could randomly appear. But that would be. We have 2 rounds for that to happen. Is anyone wanting to move? Or we can just kind of hold and just see if we happen to roll one of those 2 things. Okay, great. I guess Darius could start. I could have moved Darius to 2, 4, 5, 6. He moves fast, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just for fun, I guess he could just get off the map. But again, we may have. Actually, he'll probably be closer to you just in case something bad happens. He'll be there. Because we could have 2 null archers could show up or another zombie. All right, Mike, it's your turn. Roll a 1, 2, 3. Roll a 1d4. What is that? I can't see what that is. A 1. This is randomly choose a figure. Place a swamp zombie. Randomly choose a figure that is in deep water. I guess we'll just say by the stairs. Place a swamp zombie in combat with that figure. If there are no figures in deep water, place one swamp zombie at the center point of the table, edge opposite the stairway. Oh, which is where the mountain and Darius are. That's what it's like. I want to be close to you, which is fine. That gives the mountain something to do, and Darius for that matter. Zombie. Okay, so he's right here. And we could go first, and actually we have a -2, but we may actually be in range because again, Argus has to do something, or he during the ranger phase, which we're on the penultimate turn. He's got range, so I am going to. What? Oh, but I thought we were just at a -2, but line of sight's reduced. Okay, that's fine. So this zombie is just kind of like emerging. It doesn't want anyone to cross the finish line. So I can't shoot. So Argus's turn is done. I'm going to have Darius flank, not attack, and then let the mountain see if the mountain can finish it up. Ooh, does the mountain have the movement? What's your speed? Oh, great, fantastic. Okay, yeah, go ahead and try to finish him off. 11 plus 1, 2 for Darius. Plus what's your bonus? 3. Okay, so a 16. All right, 16 versus. That's a hit. So 16 minus, what is it, 12 or 11? 12. So he's down to 2. All right. And he will attack Darius. That'd be fun if he kills him. Okay. That is that round. Well, I guess if we wanted, how many? No, because the ranger went, even though he didn't do anything, and then Darius and the mountain went. So now it is the baddie's turn to go. He will attack Darius. Morgan, do you want to roll Darius, or do you want me to just do it? Oh, Morgan's going for it. A 6. Morgan, did you just kill Darius? Darius is my character. No, you didn't. Nothing happened, which is fine. Great. That's basically that round, unless anyone wants to jump off the stairs. And then it's really only worth seeing if we get this Knoll Patrol or not. 1, 2, 3. Morgan, roll a 1d3. Oh, sorry, what were you saying, Mike? Oh, yes, 100%. That was yes. Are you good with that, Morgan? All right, I'm going to move him. Whee! Fizbo teleports and flanks, so they could just do the attack and then the 3 of them run off. But it is worth Morgan roll a 1d6, and we're just seeing if this Knoll Patrol shows up or not. Which they're going to be hampered by the by this 4. So we have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sinkhole, randomly selected hero. Is this, yep, there are 2 of these. Oh, did we lose someone or did someone pop on? Oh, sure. Okay. Oh, no problem. Same thing. Morgan, roll a 1d8, and we're just seeing who gets stuck in the sinkhole. And this will basically pretty much be it. We're almost done. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Duncan. Duncan falls back in the sinkhole. He wasn't doing anything anyway. Okay. Now it is attacking Fizbo. The wait, no. It went on Fizbo. Now it is our turn. Sorry. This is the last round. Duncan's stuck in a hole. The ranger can't do anything. But do we want the man-at-arms to attack? Not man-at-arms, excuse me. The mountain to attack the zombie? Who has... You have a +1, 2, 3, 4, just because you're allies, and then you have a +3 to your attack. So you have a +7, which has been our biggest bonus this entire level, for lack of a better word. Scenario, I should say. All right, +7, Mike. Let's see what you got. I cannot beat that. That is a dead zombie. And then the 3 of them will be able to exit the map. Let's see for the final roll. Does Duncan get out of the hole or not? Everyone else can run right back by him and see if they pull Duncan back out of the same hole. And they do. And that was pretty much it. We do have we have a check on these flowers. And then that was another successful mission, which moves us up to the final mission, at least for this Rangers of Shadow Deep play that we've been doing, which we've done. I think this is session 11 of the game. We found this corpse. We found the bone blade, which we should give to... Duncan already has the magical blade, so who should get this one? Yeah, who would get this one, I wonder? Who deal... Faramir? But Faramir's ranged. But he has a +2 fight. So's Velos for that matter. Conjurer, Man-at-Arms, the Guardsman has two-handed, and the Rogue. Let's give it to Velos, just because Velos is one of our starting characters. I mean, that's fun, right? So Velos is a plus... Was it a +1 or a +2 versus undead, basically? +1 when fighting skeletons or zombies. It's just as a bone blade. I think it's a strange sword. Oh, you cannot use the sword. Yeah, shoot. So it has to be... I think Faramir has to use it then. Staff, bow, quiver. Actually, people have to use the kind of weapon that it says in... For these companions, it has to be pretty specific. I think Man-at-Arms... Wow. Actually, I don't think Fizbo can because he doesn't... he just has staff. Oh, or hand weapon. You're right. Well, Duncan already has that magic. Yeah, or Argus. Yeah. All right, worth noting. We can talk about that next time. But yeah, that's worth noting. Just nonetheless, it's nice to have too many magical things to mess around with. On top of that, we do need to make the strange flowers. We need one figure to make a survival roll of 5. We do have somebody. I gave someone survival. I know somebody has survival. It may be actually Faramir. It is Faramir. He has a +3. Do you want to roll for that, Morgan? You just need a 2 or above. Can she do it? You have a 95% chance. You got it. Man, you've been rolling super well. I think that just gave us more experience when it comes down to it. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm going to tally this. 2 points for each zombie or fly killed. We did pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 16. No nulls. The flowers were found and studied. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We didn't find that spell. We did find the signet ring. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29. For each hero that exits the table, there were 9 of us, so that puts us up to 38. And then we never mapped the thing. So another 38 points. Hooray, team. I think that's... I put down... Oh, he did cast heal. What's his other spell? I'll give him another armor. We do not... heal is really beneficial. I didn't even use any of his special abilities either. Okay, and then let's just see what we got here. The navigation check. So Morgan's got the hot hand. We need a navigation check of... So outcome experience. Assuming you survive, proceed to scenario 3. All figures start the next scenario with their starting health. After the scenario, choose one figure that was not reduced to 0, which is all of us for a change. We've been doing well in that regard too. This is to see if we figure out the map or not. So a navigation roll. Mike, are you up for rolling an 8 or above, or do we stick with the hot hand of Morgan? Yeah, and it's experience points when it comes down to it, which honestly doesn't super matter, but let's see what you got. Mike rolled a 9. Was that what we needed? You got it. You got it by 1. Fantastic. Okay, so that's another 5. So, oh shoot, dang it, I did it. Going back. I double swiped to the left and I just exited the page on accident. I do that in Roll20 all the time. It drives me nuts because then I have to like bring up all my pop-ups again of all the NPCs. Okay, that was that. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, no, there were some clues. They weren't treasure. We could have gotten treasure tokens if we would have rolled a 1 to a 4. Did all that. Let's just see what we got a lot of reading to do. I'll save that for next time. But it looks like we're fighting around some ruins here. Looks very what is the sunken Krezg? Was that the sunken city in Curse of Strahd? Yeah, very kind of Baba Saga-y. But let's see. No, yeah, yeah, Berez. That's it, Berez. Yeah, Krezg was the one up to the northwest that or the west, that kind of communal area. Um, Traps roll. We have zombies, giant flies, gnolls, a troll, a burrow worm. Okay, so those are kind of what we're up against. Let's just read it just for fun. But this is what our setup looks like. Having pushed through the swamp, I'm going to read this again in a week, but whatever. The land becomes firmer and gnarled trees less dense. The rolling black clouds above still cast everything in a perpetual twilight, and ash and smoke still drift in the air. For the most part, the land is quiet. No birds sing, no insects call out. Occasionally, a small animal twitters from the shadows and scampers through the dead leaves. Twice you have spotted small patrols composed of gnolls and masked men, but both times you have been able to find cover and remain undetected. That's nice. With a few indications of the passage of time, you're forced to rely on your own reckoning and the growl of your stomach to know when to call halts, rest, and eat. You have passed several streams which seem to contain fresh water, though you remain wary from drinking them. Yeah. Just as your companions are starting to tire and you consider calling a halt for sleep, you spy a broken structure in the gloom ahead. Crawling forwards, you can see that is a partially collapsed stone farmhouse of a kind that is common in both Alador and Larenthia. I think Larenthia is the one that fell into the Shadow Deep. We're from Alador, I think. Creeping closer, you see shifting shadows within, and closer still, you hear whispered voices. There are several people inside, definitely humans, interesting. As you focus on the speech, you begin to pick up the lilting accent of Larenthia, and although the words are obscure, you catch an undercurrent of fear. Making up your mind, you call out softly to the house, Larenthia. The voices go silent, but you hear a shuffle from inside. You call out again, Larenthia. A moment of silence, and then a reply comes from within, Friends. Standing up, with your hands open before you, you walk slowly towards the door of the house. A man is standing there in the tattered remains of a Larenthian uniform, a battered and notched sword in his hand. Okay. We are friends from Alador, you say. The man lowers his sword and grunts. We'll take friends from anywhere. Inside the broken house, you see several more soldiers. Oh, interesting. As well as a group of women and children. The man in the tattered uniform speaks again. I don't know how long it's been since the world has ended. But for all we knew, we were the only survivors. There are things out there. Gnolls. And worse, hunting us. Larenthia is destroyed, you reply. But the world endures. Alador still stands. We can take you there. But even as you say the last word, a horn sounds in the distant gloom, and your companions come running. Everyone draws their weapons and prepares to face the onslaught. Ooh! It sounds like we're kind of holed up. That's fun. Before the game begins, there's traps, treasure. There are 7 Larenthian survivors. Jeez, they're all man-at-arms. Oh my god, this is going to be a big one. All 7 must begin the scenario inside the farmhouse. What are we up against? It lasts 12 turns. This is going to be a long one. During the event phase, on every turn, we draw an event card. Evil figures cannot enter the farmhouse through windows. They may attack through them. Okay. But it doesn't look like anything. There's nothing on the map in the beginning. So it looks like the events are going to be, oh my god, the events. Place 4 gnolls. Place a gnoll sergeant and 3 gnolls. Place 2 archers and 2 gnoll fighters. Place 2 archers, 2 fighters, and 1 sergeant. Place 3 zombies. Oh my gosh. This is like a Helm's Deep. This next one's going to take a while, I think. And I think it said 12 rounds. I think I read that somewhere. Oh, here we go. After everything is set up, immediately draw 3 event cards. I may do that prior just so I have it all set up, so we're not doing that. And then the scenario lasts 12 rounds. During the event phase of every turn, we draw an event card. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be a big one. I will have it set up. I'll probably hide them so you don't see where they're set up at while you're making, because I think the idea is you're setting up for the attack and then they just kind of show up randomly, so you wouldn't know where they'd be. But we do have, oh boy, yeah, whoo, This one may take 2 sessions, or it's just going to take a longer session because we have a lot of NPCs to control and a lot of baddies to control. So that'll be fun though. That'll be a good finale because man, that'll be well earned. Yeah, if you want to do it right now, I guess the 3 of us could just do it now. And then I'll just set them up on that. But yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Roll a 1d20, both of you. I guess all 3 of us. Let's roll a 1d20. And if it's a 19 or 20, we'll just roll again. We've got a 10. 10, 4, and 9. Okay, I got to reroll that. 19, 10, 4, and 11. All right, I'm just going to make a little check by those. Let's see if I can... where's that at? Here we go. I'll just write 10, 4, and 11. 10, 4, 11. Okay, so we're not going to... You guys won't know where they appear because, again, I think like you guys kind of set up where you want to be. You position yourself, and then the baddies show up. But the baddies will be 2 null archers, 2 null fighters, a null sergeant. We will have a troll. They brought a cave troll. And a burrow worm. Oh my god. All right, that's in the farmhouse. So yeah, I know that's gonna be fun. I'm excited. That's gonna be this is gonna be a good finale. It's gonna be a little labor intensive, but yeah, that'll be fun. That's gonna be our finale. Hopefully, I'll probably have the time to do it. I do have dinner plans tonight, but maybe we can go a little bit later or start a little earlier or something like that. We can talk about it on Discord like we always do. Okay, that was good. A successful adventure, and woo, we got our work cut out next time. Burrow worms, a whole bunch of gnolls, and some zombies. It's basically like everything we've already fought, and some new things. Oh man, giant spiders around. Oh geez, yeah, I gotta like populate the map with like all the possible things that could happen. Earthquakes, Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for playing. Again, we're good for Cthulhu tomorrow, starting at 6 Eastern, and which has been so much more enjoyable than the previous 2 we've done. So that's been nice. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, you good? All right. Awesome. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stay dorky, my friends. All that good stuff. Bye, guys.